thank you so much for taking the time. You're sitting there in Seva Kunj near the banks of the Yamuna, and we're so blessed to have your association today. Thank you for sending your greetings and loving harikata and encouragement to all of us here who will be in the Oregon retreat, Heart of Vraja retreat. So welcome, welcome, swagatam.
Jai Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharviti Kiri Hari Radhikaraman Girichu Ki Jai. First of all, I'd like to offer my heartfelt Puspanjali to the lotus feet of my Harinam Diksha Guru, our Srila Prabhupada, by life and soul, the Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Second of all, to my Bhajan Shiksha Guru, our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to our entire Guru from the Heart of Vraj. First of all, I'd like to offer Puspanjali at the lotus feet, the Heart of Vraj. The lotus feet of the Heart of Vraj. A prayer of Rupa Goswami from his Radha Krishna Gana Vesha Deepika. I'm not so good at memorizing, so Sri Nanda Nandanam Bande Radhika Charnam Dvayam Gopi Jana Sama Yuktam Vrindavanam Manho Para. I offer homage to the divine lotus feet of Sri Nanda Nandan and Srimati Radhika. They are surrounded by the gopis and steal the hearts of all the residents of Vrindavan. They are the king and queen of Vrindavan. They are the heart of Vrindavan. And what is the heart? The heart is the place of affection, love and affection. So the heart of Vrindavan is praying. Praying in the heart of Radha and Krishna and all the residents of Vrindavan. This praying ras, this loving relationship between Radha and Krishna and all the inhabitants of Braj, and all the pastimes, Braj Leela, which is Radha and Krishna and the inhabitants, so many Leelas, and the topmost Leela, Rasa Leela. This is actually the heart of Braj. What is Braj? Gurudev has so beautifully described Braj in his Vrindavan Braj Mandal Parikama book. So beautifully. Brajati Gachati Iti Braj. That's how he opens his Braj Mandal Parikama book. What does that mean? That which moves around is Braj. And how does he talk about that? It's Nanda Baba. How does he move around? Nanda Baba moves around all the different places in Braj, with his cows, his cowherd boys, with his family, especially with his son, Brajendranandan Sri Krishna. And this is a place where Sri Krishna personally is absorbed and drowning in the love of the inhabitants of Braj and his pastimes with them, especially in the pastimes of Srimati Radhika. This is the essence, the heart of Braj. The pastimes between Radha and Krishna, the love between Radha and Krishna. This is the heart of Braj. Praying, praying ras. Now, what does this mean for us? This is very beautiful. It's even enchanting. It's astonishing. When we think about Braj, Ras Leela, that's astonishing. Even the demigods were astonished, and the demigoddesses, the demigods could only see Krishna. They're falling out of their planes, airplanes watching. Astonishing, Ras Leela, the Leela of Krishna with the gopis, especially Srimati Radhika. So what is this for us? This is our goal. This is actually the heartfelt longing of our heart. We're looking, we're yearning. Every spirit's, every atma's yearning for their relationship with Krishna, isn't it? To serve Krishna. They are servants of Krishna. We're servants of Krishna. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary to Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Ras Leela, he says, what is the most important qualification for me being able to attain this level of devotion? Braj Bhakti Ras. What is to have a human form of life? Yeah, human form of life. That's the most important qualification. If you don't have a human form of life, not possible. Why? Because you can't hear. You can only in the human form of life can we hear Ras Leela. Can we hear all the pastimes of Krishna? Only in the human form of life. And by this Ras Leela, especially in all the Leelas, our heart can become purified. We're conditioned souls. I'm a conditioned soul. I have no qualification. No qualification. I'm here in the material world, stuck in the material world. As Prabhupada would say, a worm and stool. I have a worm and stool. What qualification do I have to be able to enter the heart of Vraj? To be able to serve Radha and Krishna, to actually taste this ras, to actually serve in the Ras Leela. No qualification, zero. I'm too covered. Me as a spirit soul, I do have that qualification, the potential. I have the potential, but it's not manifest. So how can that potential become manifest? That becomes manifest by the Harikatha, the Prem Bhakti coming from the lotus lips of Sri Guru, especially Rupanuga Guru, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, empowered by Mahaprabhu to establish his mission here in the material world. What was that mission? To give Braj Bhakti, especially Braj Bhakti Rasa Sar. What is that? As Gurudev would say, Braj Bhakti Rasa Sar. That is the Braj Bhakti Ras. It's in the heart of the maidservants of Srimati Vrindavan. This is our potential. This is how we can actually enter the heart of Braj. Become part of what? The family of Krishna. Part of the Achyuta Gotra, the family of Krishna, but a sweet part of it. Gurudev would always say, what Gotra are you in? And they say, oh, I'm in the Achyuta Gotra. And he said, well, I'm not. I'm in the Radha Gotra. It's a sweet part of the Achyuta Gotra. We're in the Radha Gotra. So how to become part of that for us? Automatically, of course, the Brajvasis, they are that. And we're aspiring to that, aren't we? We're aspiring to enter the heart of Braj, to be able to serve Jugal Kishore. And that comes by accepting Sri Guru, surrendering to Sri Guru, who's in the Rupanuga line. Not just Raganuga, but Rupanuga. Coming in the line of Sri Rupa. Sri Rupa is the Guru of the Guru of the Guru, of those of us who want to enter into Braj Leela, into Braj Dham, go back home, back to Godhead. Braj was actually given by Mahaprabhu to Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. They are the proprietors. External Braj, Drishaman Braj, they're here. They're here. We don't have the eyes to see, but they're not dead. Nobody's dead. They're all alive here. They're alive. And we have to become qualified somehow to enter the family and be part of the family of Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, the Rupanuga Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And that only comes by accepting Sri Guru in the line of Sri Rupa. And then when he accepts us, no matter how unqualified we are, if we surrender, try our best to surrender to Sri Guru, then what does he do? If we just try it sincerely, a little bit, he clears the disqualification, the anarchies, isn't it? He takes away all of our disqualification, because actually it's just a conditioning. It's not reality. It's not who we are. You know, we're thinking that's who we are, but it's not. We're actually the outcome. We're actually a potential maidservant for Srimati Vrindavan. This is the jewel that's been given to us, isn't it? This jewel. Who are you? Well, I don't know who I am. Well, I'll tell you. Srila Gurudev, particularly, Srila Prabhupada would give some hint. But Srila Gurudev, he openly said, you've come to this line of Rupanuga, you are the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Make your goal the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, Radha Dashyam. He would say that. And so how to do that? We hear that Harikatha. We hear their Harikatha. We make their Harikatha our life and soul. And if we do that, then they clear. And they give the qualification. They give the qualification to one day, come to the level of Bob, to actually come to the level of pray, to come to not just Bob and pray, but Ras. Ras is the essence. Braj is the land of Ras. Not just Bob, not just but Ras. Prem Ras. And what is Ras? Is relationship. Is the Ras between, let's say, Krishna and Mother Yashoda. It's not just prem, but there's a whole Ras there. It's Vatsalya Ras, right? Krishna is the embodiment then for her Vatsalya Ras. And so many sweet pastimes. He's crawling along, when he crawls into a little fence place, he gets under the fence and he's in there trying to get whatever he wants. And then there's a, what do you call it? Barbed wire comes down, he can't get out. He's crying and she comes. So much Ras, so much Ras. He's relishing, he's drowning in this frame of Jashoda Mai. Or in Sridham Saka, isn't it? All the associates, he's stealing their hearts. And their hearts are full of this prema. But what is the essence of their prema? Every Brijbasi? Selflessness. They are completely selfless. They only want Krishna's happiness. Nothing else. Even if they have to suffer, as Srimati Vrindavan says, that is my greatest happiness. If it makes you happy, make me suffer. That's my happiness. That is the essence of Braj Ras. Selflessness, that's a rag, wanting to make attachment, making Krishna like this. And the topmost, Madhurya Ras. Madhurya Ras, the Ras between Krishna and Srimati Radha. And what is Radhika's heart? We hear Radhika's heart is Vrindavan. We hear this in the Ratha Yatra pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Her heart and mind are Vrindavan. But also we hear from Bhaktivedanta Thakur, what is her heart? Her heart is Sham Rasa Sindhu. It's an ocean of Ras, Sham Ras, isn't it? So this is Braj. Braj is that ocean of Sham Ras. This loving pastimes between the inhabitants and whatever Ras they're in. They could be in Dasha Ras, they could be Vatsalya Ras, Sakya Ras. But for us, our goal is Madhur Ras, isn't it? Madhur Ras. But not as a Saki, but as a maidservant of Srimati Radha. And the person to have that treasure in their hearts that came to give this particularly was Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Srila Vishwanath Thakur has a beautiful shloka where he's talking about how Kananeshu, the king and queen of Vrindavan, are in the heart of Rupa and Sanatana. And they have so mercifully brought them out of their heart and manifested them here in this world and given them through their writings, through their followers. They have given the king and queen Prithvi to us. So we should be very grateful to them, and we should try and desire to please them and desire to follow in their footsteps, and so that they will accept us as part of their family. Like this. I mean, we are part of the family. Actually, by taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, and our Rupanuga Bard, we actually are part of the family. But we don't want to be a part of the family that they're embarrassed of anymore. We want to become a part of the family that they're inspired by. Okay? You know what I mean? So that means we want to finish Anartha Nivriti. We want our Anarthas to go. We don't want to criticize anymore. We don't want to, whatever it is that is so embarrassing. We want to actually give up 100% so that we can go back home, back to Godhead, back to Braj. Any little tiny bit of desire for sense gratification. This is the block for us. Our barrier. We're part of the family, but we're kind of, we're not full-fledged yet. We're aspiring Rupanugas, isn't it? We're aspiring. So we have to pray that they will remove this this covering from our heart, this desire for sense gratification, which produces, of course, identification with the body, lust, and all these things that make it so that we can't really perform as a Rupa Nuga Gaudiya Vaishnava. Not possible. So, but if we take the instructions of the Rupa Nuga Gaudiya Vaishnavas to heart, if we take it to heart, and we really, really try, we may not be able to do it so well, but if we really try to please them and pray, I just want to be able to please you, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev, or to speak of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. I wish that my activities, my thoughts, my speaking, everything, my moods would be pleasing to you, but only you can make that qualification come. I can try and chant, I can try and follow the process that you have given, but without your mercy, there is no way I am going to be able to become really Rupa Nuga and really get your mercy and really become qualified to actually attain my spiritual body so that I can actually become the maidservant of Srimati Vrindavan, like this. This is my only desire. What is it? Bhava Bindu, Premadan, Sevamritadan. Please give this to me. Please, please. Because Seva in Braj, to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, especially in the Rasa dance, this is our ultimate goal. There's a beautiful Srila, how do you say it? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said something very beautiful about Ras Leela, which is the quintessence of Radha and Krishna and their pastimes. And Ras Leela includes all Leelas, not just singing and dancing. It includes Nikunja Leela, bathing in the Jamuna, swinging pastimes, all the Leelas included in Ras Leela. So Ras Leela, Krishna did not, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, he did not actually instigate Ras Leela. He gave, this is so beautiful, he gave the power to activate the Ras Leela to Ras Leela itself. Ras Leela is the activator. And Krishna becomes one of the ingredients of the Ras festival. It's called Rasotsava, the festival of Ras Leela. And in this way, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that the exalted position of Ras Leela is proclaimed to the entire universe, because Ras Leela is more than Krishna, more than all of his energies, more than any other Leela. Ras Leela is topmost. You see? Like this. So this is our goal, to enter into these rasic pastimes of Radha and Krishna, to be able to assist them, to be able to bring them pleasure, like this, as a maidservant of Srimati Radha. And that will only happen when they want. Radha and Krishna want, Krishna wants Radha, but when actually we're able to satisfy our Sri Guru. When our Sri Guru, when he actually becomes so satisfied with us, somehow, and it's not necessarily that I can chant a lakh rounds, or I can, do Dandavat Parikrama around Govardhan, or I can do Nirjala Ekadasi. No, it's the affection and love in the heart, the selflessness in the heart, the gratitude to Sri Guru, being willing to do anything for Sri Guru, just wanting to make him happy. When he finally sees, there's bhakti. Bhakti is there. This is bhakti. This is love and affection for me. Just see. It's like the example is given like the mother cow and the calf. When the mother cow sees a calf, her own calf, she cannot withhold her milk. The milk just pours out. So we want to become like that. When Sri Guru sees us, thinks of us, I cannot but give my mercy. He's always giving mercy. But the mercy we want, what? We want to come so he'll give us bhav. He'll give us our siddhadeha, so that we come quiet. He'll give us prem. He'll give us ras, so that we're actually qualified to serve, to assist her in her prem seva to Jugal Kishore. Sri Guru is a sak, a maidservant of Srimati Radha, to assist her in her prem seva to Srimati Radha. This is our goal. And that gets back to the subject that I think you also wanted me to speak about, which is separation from Sri Guru. Because I know for myself, how can I can't really feel separation from someone or something that I haven't experienced. Not possible. Just on a gross level, you know, so many people like they feel separation from, let's say, eating chocolate, you know, because you get addicted to it because it's so tasty. Everyone goes crazy over chocolate, you know, on a low level, not the higher Vaishnavas, but you know, down on the Mormon stool level. So anyhow, we have experienced, to some extent, including myself, I've experienced Srila Prabhupada. I know Srila Prabhupada is love and affection to a certain extent. He came into my life. He stole my heart. He told me he loves me. He will never leave me. And I have felt that since the second I met him in 1972. And I have never experienced anything like the happiness I felt being in the presence of Srila Prabhupada. Nothing like it. Nothing. And in serving him, I was fortunate to distribute so many books. You know, that was my savior. It was beautiful. And the happiness I felt out there distributing books for Srila Prabhupada was indescribable. Nothing of this material world. So I knew for a fact. I didn't know if my japa was making Prabhupada happy. I had no clue if anything else was making Prabhupada happy, but I knew the book distribution was making Prabhupada happy. There was no doubt about it. He made that very clear. He made that clear. And to see the smile on Srila Prabhupada's face, because I was in Los Angeles and he was there sitting on the Vilasini day after day. He would come for months. And I would sit at his lotus feet. I would, after Mangalarti, I'd go get my seat at his lotus feet. I wouldn't leave until he came in and gave class. That love and affection, and that transcendental praying that he was just emanating. And then when he left our vision, of course, he's still in the heart, but still, no one desires separation. This is Krishna's own words. He says, I mercifully give separation, but everyone wants me to. That's true, isn't it? So, of course, we accept separation and we try and serve in separation. We try our best, you know, but still, what is our goal? Not eternal separation. We want to meet Srila Prabhupada, for myself personally, again, in that such beautiful, beautiful, you know, love and affection, that seva. And that's only going to be possible when I enter the heart of Vraja and I attain my eternal position at the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, which is where Srila Prabhupada is. There's no other way. There's nothing. So that separation, that meeting first, and then that separation is the impetus, at least in my life, that separation from Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Srila Prabhupada, I just miss you so much. You know, the extra, I mean, he's there. You know, it's hard to explain. It's not like I don't feel like Prabhupada's with me. I do. But still, I want to see it face to face. You know, I want to serve face to face. You know, I want you might say, Guru Saki to embrace me, you know, embrace me, but not just in my heart, but I want her to come out of my heart, you know, and I want to hear her talking, just like I heard Srila Prabhupada talk. I want to see that smile, you know, on her face like this. So that is actually that creates the greed. We've heard greed. Lolium is the ticket back home, back to Godhead, isn't it? To be able to actually attain our eternal relationship with Krishna, our eternal loss with Krishna, is that greed, the desire to learn. And who is given that? Sri Guru. Srila Prabhupada, for me at least, he gave it. He mercifully gave it. Mercifully, and in the heart of everyone, actually. And it's not just his Diksha disciples. Srila Prabhupada has given that to everyone in the world. What to speak of Srila Gurudev? All the Rupana gurus, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, are giving this. They're giving this. But what does it take? That human form of life, so that we listen, we hear. We hear their Harikatha. And we take their Harikatha seriously, and we try our best to follow it. We try to remember it. If it's Lila Katha, we try and remember. Because this is my last instructions were sit by the Jamuna, hear, chant, and remember the sweet pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Whoever I send to your room, tell them about Krishna. This is seva, isn't it? Sitting by the Jamuna, hearing, chanting, remembering the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. This is taking, but do I always do it? No. So I need to become more serious. It's so easy to get caught up, kind of reach a status quo, you know, a comfortable position in Krishna consciousness, especially as you get older, you know, you can kind of do everything kind of okay, you know, but that's not going to take me back home, back to Godhead. Kind of a very, you know, okay, I can do, you know, no, it's a great longing actually to leave this, to leave all this, and to actually attain my spiritual body, to attain bhav, to attain prem, to attain the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, the lotus feet of my Guru Sakti. To have no material attachments, no material desires, to actually want seva. Seva and seva and seva. Unconditional seva, selfless seva, whether it's here or there. But still, ultimately, as Prabhupada would say, and Srila Gurudev would say, Prabhupada would say it's simple, back home, back to God. He'd never say, try and stay here and serve here forever. No, he said, try and go back home, back to God, and get out of this material world. Srila Gurudev would say the same. He would say, desire to attain the lotus feet of Srimati. And I can say that, I'm living here in Drishaman Vrindavan. The Vrindavana that is left behind after Radha and Krishna performed their pastimes here, and they mercifully made so that we can see. We can see this done with our material eyes. But I know for a fact, because I've lived here now for 30 years, but I'm living on the net of Maya. You see, I am not in Vrindavan. I'm close. Maybe the closest you can get without actually having Bob and Craig. But it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. We want to actually be part of the family of Radha and Krishna. We want actually to have our Braj Gopi body, our Siddha with this Gopi Bhav. You know, we want our potential to become manifest, and we leave all this. That's that song of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Decade, Decade. When will I be born in Barshana? When will I be married in Javid? Now it becomes very real when you do live here on the net of Maya. Because you're hearing Javid all the time, you're hearing Barshana, Nanda Baba. They become very real. Very real. So real. So it is very conducive to live here in Krishna. It is. And I do. And if you can't live here, at least you should make your bhajan kutir, Braj. And every day you should remember Radha and Krishna. Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Champakala, you know, all Ananga Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Vrinda Devi, you know, Subal Saka, Madhu Mangal, Nanda Baba, Yashoda, Rohini, Dalbaya, Rishabhanu Maharaj, Kirtina Devi, Sridham. What to speak of Giriraj Govardhan, Manasa Ganga, like this. Make our minds and heart Vrindavan. That's the beginning. Gurudev would give this instruction. This is part of his Harikatha. This is how the anarthas will please Sri Guru, so he'll remove the anarthas. Do the Saran Bhajan, follow the footsteps of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. And the Sad Goswami asked him, what were they doing? They were offering pranams to all the places, not just of Braj Leela, but of Gaur Leela, you know, like this, and all the personalities, all the places. And with that, then we have no time for Maya. who has time? Because it will take you day and night to do all that. Not possible. There's a wonderful instruction. We're very fortunate. So while we're driving the car, we can, okay, there's who are the Subal, Saka, Madhu Mangal, Ujvala, Arjun, Gana. These are the Priyanasakas, there's 8 of them. Who are the Asasaki? As you're cooking, like this. This is the beginning of making Shri Guru happy. Prabhupada will become very happy. Gurudev, our whole Guru Bar, Rupa Goswami, oh, she's trying. Oh, look, she's trying. It's like we were like this when I was a kid. We were making mud. You're making mud patties and you wanted everyone to eat them, when you're a kid, So maybe it's like making mud patties, but they're pleased. The mother and father are very pleased. So Rupa Goswami said, they're very pleased with us when we're trying. But if we don't try, we don't really, really try, to just follow just some. I know it's hard if someone's working at a job, but still you drive to the job, you come back, there's time. And if we really practice, I haven't been able to do it completely yet, but the instruction is, even while you're doing your material activities, the mind is in Braj, or the mind is in Nami. So if we pray and we practice, then even sometimes when we're at our job or wherever, doing these things, we'll still be able to be connected like this. Our minds and hearts will become one. That's at our level, this is the goal. And then sooner or later, it can be done in one lifetime. Possible, if we really want it. Because we're independent Jiva souls. But if we give our independence to Sri Guru and to Sri Rupa and Sanatan, we say, I know I have no qualification. I have no qualification, but I want it. And if I have any other desires, take them away. And let me only want this, then they can easily do it. Easily. They can give us the qualification to enter the heart of Vraj and assist Radha and Krishna in their Vraj pastimes. And the thing is that, you think, well, I don't know, because we're so conditioned. But Vraj is ever fresh, ever increasing in freshness, ever new. It's full of chamatkar, which is astonishment, full of enchantment, full of sweetness. It's full of as Gurudev said, the intoxication of youth. I don't know how much more time I have, but I could say one little sweet pastime.
Yes, please.
So Srila Gurudev has said that the Braj gopis, the Kishore gopis, they're in their houses and they want to meet Krishna, right? So they take their water pots on their heads, right? And where do they go? Pangat. This is the place where you get your water. And they go to Pangat and they're going to get their water. But actually, they're only going to meet Krishna. And all the gopis are going with their water pots on their heads. And they're coming to it can be the river, it can be a well, it can be wherever. And all of a sudden, what happens? They hear the flute sound of Krishna's flute. And they become completely enchanted. And who could know whether they go home and if their pots are full of water or they're empty? No one knows, but it's full of prayer. This is Braj. This is Braj. Krishna is drowning. Rasik Shakti Krishna is drowning, and especially the love of the gopis. And they're teasing him. They're quarreling with him. All this. He is just drowning in this. Or is Sridham is, challenging him to a wrestle, saying, you're just nothing. And Krishna's going, I can just scream and bellow and it'll break your eardrums. And Sridham's going, no, you're so nothing. You had to ride on my shoulders, when you lost. And he's drowning in this rust. This is the heart of God. So we want to be able to offer that pleasure to our Guru, to Sri Krishna and Radharani. This is the purpose of our existence, is to be part of the heart of Vraj and serve Vraj Ras. Vraj Bhakti Rasa Sam as a maidservant of Srimati. Vanchikopatuvisa, Kipasindu Vidata, Patikanam Padanibina, Vaishnadevi.
Jai Radhe. So maybe in closing, I was wondering if you could maybe invoke a blessing for everyone who's gathering together at this retreat. It's the Heart of Vraj retreat, and our focus is on sadhana bhakti and the process of how to enter the heart of Vraj. So maybe if we could end with invoking a blessing for everyone present.
I have to think about it. I'm not used to getting blessings. So, let's see. I had to think about that. Mm, 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 mm.
In the gathering,
Well,
we're
for
about 20.
myself, well, when I walk out to the Jamuna, maybe not every, I used to do it more. I would pray to Sri Vrindavan, to Jamuna, to the inhabitants of Braj. Please, please, let me want nothing else than to have my potential and manifest reality as soon as possible. Take away everything else, but let me just want that, and please make my potential manifest reality as soon as possible.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Hi, Shirade. Thank you so much.